But anyway, so let's do this VOD review. You, uh, you're on Qiyana. Wait, this is bronze silver? Wait, this is bronze silver and you're coming in my stream saying Qiyana shit and you're saying maybe I'm just bad? I don't mean this in an offensive way. I need you to hear this. You are bad. That's fine. Shit, I'm bad relative to the people I look up to. The quicker you come to the quicker you come to the realization that you're bad, the faster you'll improve. Because then you won't be thinking of blaming anything else. Yeah, you have to realize this. The quicker you realize it's not the champ's fault, it's not the teammates, it's not any other thing you're thinking, it's just your skill, you will improve way faster. And I've always talked about this. It's actually a big problem with League. Because of the amount of content there is, and the amount of like high level streamers you can watch, like I'm thinking about like when I'm playing right now, like for example, when I'm playing and I'm complaining about the players in my game, I can see how that would look to somebody in lower elo. Because I always tell you guys, you can't have like you don't want to have expectations of your teammates. You like, you know. So like let's say I'm playing and I'm complaining about my teammates not doing something I would expect them to do. The reason why I'm complaining is because my expectations are like so low. And so if I do complain about them not doing something, it's because they went even lower than those. Right? Or like for example, the other that Zed game last night where we had that Aatrox that was just fucking he didn't have his tier 1 tower and he's just up here fighting running it down and I'm like saying like this fucking guy like this game's gonna be so hard because this guy. I'm not saying it because I'm not gonna be able to carry because this guy's feeding. Believe it or not, somebody if my top laner's 0-5, my bot lane's 0-5, that's actually not a big deal. I don't care about that. I don't care if they're 0-5, 0-10. What I care about is how they adjust like to the mid game when they go 0-5, 0-10. So what I mean by that is when Aatrox is 0-5 because he got bodied in lane or ganked, whatever it is, that's fine. But his tier 1 tower's lost. So why is he all the way up here still fighting and making it impossible for me to play from the mid game? Why is my ADC still pushing bot lane and not letting me go to the side lane? See, they're griefing me with their macro and they fucking ran it down in lane. Because you have to understand, people win and lose lane. That's it. That's how the game works. Someone wins, someone loses. You know how often I've seen people in low elo type, guys, just don't feed. Just don't feed this person. Just don't feed. That doesn't work that way. Game doesn't work that way. It's rare for laners to go even with each other. There's too much damage. There's too much fighting. Jungle pressure. Like it's unrealistic to think that your laners are just gonna not feed and let you carry and stuff. You can't think that way. You have to. So like if I'm in low elo, right? Like if I'm in like gold or plat or something, and my Aatrox top is doing what my Aatrox did that I was just talking about in my game, I wouldn't say shit about it. Because I expect it. I would expect that. In the elo I'm playing in, which I already have extremely low expectations, that is like just fucking trolling and making the game impossible. Because they're literally just coming out of base, running down top lane, dying on repeat into the mid game. In laning phase, that's not as big of a deal. In the mid game, it's a big deal because now we can't play. But anyway, yeah, that's why Dopa's when he says his win rate gets like is much better like the later in the game. That is because, like I said, nobody has that his level of game knowledge and understanding like he's a macro genius. Nobody has ever been able to replicate what he does, macro wise. It's very impressive. But anyway, now we're gonna do this VOD. So yeah, if this is fucking bronze silver, then we're gonna be. We have. There's gonna be a lot of laning problems. You should be bodying every single person here in lane, and then getting giga fed, running around the map, killing everything. That's what this champ does. This champ's numbers have always been way too high. This champ since release has always been one trade into kill. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Dan. But it's a little bit more complicated than that. That is definitely the coolest bit about League, and that's what actually drew me to like fighting games. You know, like the footsie's part of fighting games. I love the minuscule spacing and with punishing and stuff. But it's not that you don't need, like, it's not that it doesn't matter. It's that it doesn't need to be that the spacing doesn't need to be that tight. So you still want to be just like walking near the edge of their range, because the lower elo it is, the less tight that spacing needs to be for them to whiff and just send it anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it's still a very valuable skill. It's just you don't even need to put yourself in danger a lot of the time to bait. Just like in Street Fighter, when you're going against a player, like a lower level player, it's so much easier to get them to whiff without having to get so close or use like a spacing trap to do it. It's much easier. But against a high level player, it's much harder to get them to whiff without, like, basically what I figured out in fighting is a Street Fighter. It can be really tough to get somebody to whiff a button. So a lot of it comes down to, like, you can't just be moving back and forth. You need to not move. You need to sit in front of them, not move, and then predict when the button's coming, and then take a step back. Because if you just, I feel like you'll see a lot of players in Street Fighter that are just like, just doing this on their stick. They're just doing this. Look, they're just doing this. Or they're just like going back and forth. Like when someone's doing that, I don't really want to press anything because you know they're just moving a ton. If anything, I'm just going to walk up, crouch, medium kick because they're not blocking low or sweep. But if someone's just crouching in front of me and then I go to press a button and they, like, you know, had to read that that's what I was going to do, and then they took a step back, that's what I'm going to get whiff punished. Yes. Now, see, there are special cases in this game where, you know, shit like that, like a Kali, perfect example, where it just fucking carries you so hard. And that's why I complain about those things, because those things never existed before. That's never been a thing. Only releases like a Kali Irelia can just Chuck E. Cheese their way through lane. Yeah, Punk's neutral is so fucking good. He's really, really good at that. But anyway, Jesus Christ, I somehow haven't gotten to this VOD yet. What have I been talking about? Okay. Okay, auto? No. If you're gonna start W, like, you need to auto. Like, okay, you either grab an element, like, now, or, like, before the minions even get here, or, like, a pretty common Qiyana level 1 pattern is you walk up, auto, and then use W on the wall to jump towards him, and then auto again, and then auto one more time, because Qiyana's W does make her autos hit harder, and then you can proc electrocute that way. But you like use W here like this without autoing him first. You need to auto and then W and then auto again. Okay. He should not outpush you level 1, just so you know. If he outpushes you level 1, then you messed up. Oh, you're griefing. Oh, you are griefing. You are griefing. Okay, and another reason Qiyana is actually solid versus Echo level 1 is because it's impossible for Echo to land the Q on the way back when you have a jump. You have a free sidestep. So, like, you should be walking at him. He does that. You walk to the side, and then you walk up and trade. But you don't just tank both. You don't just tank the Q. And then walk. Like, you have to understand, Echo's damage, his main damage, is his passive. His 3-hit passive. That is, like, where most of his damage comes from. So that's what you're trying to avoid giving him. You never win the trade if he gets that. Well, you're not going to win the trade if you're hitting with 1 auto and he's proccing his passive. And then you didn't even hit him. You hit the fucking minion next to you. You don't have your potion popped. Now, wait. Oh, yeah, you literally just popped it as I said it. This is way too late. This is way too late. You need to be like, you're against another assassin. You need to be popping your potion at 60%. Wow, your potion actually keeps you alive through that shit because it's level 1. So, like, you lost lane in about 30 seconds in a matchup you stomped level 1. Why would you think that, though? Why would you think that? No, you don't even have to dodge properly to win. You win just... Even if you guys just sit there and auto each other, you win. Because you're an AD champ. He's an AP champ. If you guys trade kits with each other, like you do auto, W, auto, and he does Q, auto, and he procs his passive, you still out-trade him because you're an AD champ. Your autos hit like a truck. His don't. So now you're in a tough spot. You can kill him here if you hit level 3, though. If you hit level 3 and jump in, you kill him. But he hit level 3 first now. Okay, not bad. You should have autoed him one more time, though, to proc your electrocute. Then that trade would have been decent. Please get the cannon. I'm confused. What could you be doing back here? What could you be doing back here while your cannon is dying? What could you be doing here? No. It's not better to go teleport, no. I was waiting for him to push? Well, it's pushing, but, like, your cannon's about to die, bro. And you're AFK under tower. Like, you can let him push, but why back here? Why not just sit over here so you can throw the Q the moment you need to? Ay, ay, ay. Okay, and you grab this element. And then you use E and then Q. Which, all that did was waste your... Like, he should just kill you here for this. Like, you just wasted your Q and your mobility. All for a CS that dies in 1 auto attack. Like, he should jump in and kill you there. You have no counterplay. If he jumped in right there, you die, and that's it. He just doesn't know this. He doesn't know that... Like, he's not thinking about your cooldowns and what you have. He should have punished the shit out of you for that. But what's most important here, what's the most important thing to understand so far is, like, let's say you eventually kill him at like level 5 or 6 or 7. Doesn't matter. This entire game would be drastically different if you, like, you need to be winning early. You need to be getting a lead as fast as possible, punishing his mistakes as fast as possible so you can start snowballing. Because that's what it comes down to. That's what the game comes down to. Punishing mistakes. Getting a lead and then snowballing, especially in low elo. You're losing a matchup you should be stomping. Oh, he should die here. Like, look, see? He just made another mistake. He made a mistake that he should have died for. He has no flash. Look, he uses W like this. Then he walks in, takes a tower shot. You grab this instead of just like, and then here, you should be running right at him and killing him here. He's dead. He's dead here. But you throw Q. You should be running directly towards him, pressing E, then Q, ignite, and then you kill him. You can still kill him here. You can still kill him. It's just now it's a little bit more dangerous. And you guys will probably trade kills. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Every single laner in lower elo, will give you plenty of chances to kill them. Plenty of. From level 1. I win most of my lanes in low elo between levels 1 and 3. And see, here, you were only confident enough to go in because your jungler's behind you, it looks like. Which is good for awareness sake. It's good that, like, you have the awareness that your jungler's near. But as you can see, like, you would kill this guy without your jungler. Like, it wouldn't even be close. So, you guys are basically, like, you're going to be slightly ahead. Like I said, Qiyana's numbers are always too high. There's never been a period of time in League where Qiyana's numbers aren't too high. Her numbers have always been too high. So, like, you really need to, like, learn your limits damage-wise. Like, see, this is garbage. This is garbage. This is garbage right here. I'm going to tell you why. But first, I'm going to ask you something. When Echo jumped in here, why did you use E first thing? What was the purpose behind using your E here? Go behind him to kite longer. I don't even know what that means. The hell does that mean? What do you mean kite longer? Or walk. You mean, so are you saying you wanted to go behind him because you planned on, like, all-inning? Basically? Like, you wanted to, like, you're going to run him down the whole way? No, I think he's trying to explain what he's saying. I think we're getting to it. My W is going to come back up and I could grab ice and leave trade anytime. But what does that have to do with the E? What does that have to do with your E? Brother, you're all over the place here. My point is, oh, I see. I see what you're saying. Okay, that's what I was trying to get to. You said burst. What you're saying is you used E for damage. That was what I was waiting for you to say, because that was... I know that's why you used it. And that gets me to my point here. Is your E... your E is a damage tool, but at the same time... Okay, let's say your Kha'Zix here. Right? Let's say your Kha'Zix. Think about how little sense it makes for Kha'Zix to... When Echo jumps on top of him, for Kha'Zix to just jump in place and use his E, his mobility, for damage. Right? It makes no sense. Hi, Crezius. Your mobility tool is more than just damage. Echo jumped on you. You should be using your Q, grab W, run him down, and then if he gets away, like let's say he pops his passive and starts running away from you. Then, as he gets out of range, then you E back onto him, and you can continue running him down. The moment you use E like this, now he could pop his passive. Look. See? Then he runs away. You could have killed him here for this. You could have killed him right here for this. If you actually ran him down properly and did what I was just saying, you would kill him right here. 100-0. Well, no, it would look more like Q, auto, and then as soon as Echo, creates some distance, W, auto, and then he'd create a little bit more distance, then you would E in and finish him with the Earth. Most of the damage here would actually come from autos. Because, like I said, you have, Qiyana's W auto damage is really high. For whatever fucking reason. Dude, Qiyana would be so sick if she was a bruiser. I honestly believe Qiyana is the biggest waste of a kit. Like, the potential Qiyana's kit had. It's so sad. Her kit, her design of, I love her... What's it called? What's this weapon called? Anyone know? The fuck is this thing? I want to say a chakra, but it's not. I feel like. Whatever it is. Little, circle blade, whatever the fuck. That's sick. I've always loved stuff like that. Yeah, the ring blade. I've always liked weapons like that. Like chakrams, ring blades. If you ever played Black Desert, Kuno has a weapon just like this. It's super cool. The element thing is super cool as well. But if she was a bruiser and it was designed all about the elements, that would have been cool. If she was a fucking AD, or even an AP melee caster, could have been cool. So many different things could have been cool with this kit, and it's just the most boring, bland. Anyway, we'll get back to the VOD, but it is a shame. Also, I just noticed something. Did you not have any gold to buy pots coming out of base? Did you walk out of base with gold and... Look, bro, you walked out of base with 200 gold. You didn't buy a refillable, no potions, nothing. Brother, potions are so important, and you're going to see why here. Look at this trade now. Look, he has pots and you don't. You guys are assassins. Look how much damage you just did to each other very quickly. He did about 50% to you, you did about 50% to him. Very, very fast. You don't do 100% to him or 80% to him very fast. You do 50%. So, if he pops his pot and he has 70% HP, and you don't have a pot and you have 50%, who kills who? He kills you. Because you don't have a potion. Bro, you don't buy potions? Where do you guys learn the game? Not from me. No way you're learning from me. Like, you won't find... Oh, right. You were a jungler. Well, you were a plat jungler too, right? What I tell you guys, no offense, Shade. We're gonna have use you as an example here. It's not your fault. It's Riot's fault. What I tell you guys, when I'm typing to my junglers and I'm like, and I say, don't worry, Lee. You're about 3k LP higher than you would be if you played a lane. This is what I'm talking about. Obviously, Shade, like I said, we're just using you as an example because I'm always talking about this stuff. But anyway, I respect you wanting to learn the game the way you are. Good job. So yeah, we need to buy pots. You should be looking to get refillable pretty much every game, and you're normally going to get it on your first base, but yeah. Okay, you can kill him here. Jump in and ult him and kill him. Oh, he's dead. Okay, so next time, look, you're level 6, he's level 5. No one should ever be able to walk up in lane when that's the case. But you need to grab the right element. Like, you need to grab the water element. Your kill combo in Qiyana is you're going to have the water. You need to grab water and then wait for W to be about to come back up. That's important here. Like, you can't kill him here if you just grab water now and then jump in. Because then you're only going to get one rotation of Q. So, like, you should already have water. W up. Then you walk towards him. And then you walk towards him here. Depending on what he does. So, like, you have two different options here. You could just throw the Q, root him, ult him into the wall. You could also E onto him and then go from there. Like, either one works. But you need to root him with the water and then ult him into the wall. And then after you ult him into the wall, you press W again, grab Earth, auto, Q, and he's dead. EQ is auto-aimed, yes. No, you root first so they can't move, and then you ult them into the wall. Well, see, you're giving them counterplay. Why would you root last when you should be... Your Q is an execute. Your Earth Q is an execute. So that's always going to be last. So, but you didn't kill him there, and now he hit level 6. You can still just one-shot him before he can ult. But look, he has a potion. This is what his potion is allowing him to not be in kill range. Look. This, if you want to, like, this goes for everybody. If you find yourself doing things and you don't even know why you did it, it means you're just autopiloting and doing things for no reason. Like this right here. Tell me why you threw Q at these minions right here. Why would you Q these? Why would you Q these? Can I freeze them? I thought if I tried to pull it, he would just stop me. So what you're doing right now is you are thinking so much further ahead than you need to be. You don't have the game knowledge of knowing when to freeze or how to freeze or like all that stuff's not what you need to be thinking right now. Look, you're thinking, I thought if I tried to pull it, he would just stop me. I'm going to blow your mind for a sec. All you actually had to do here was walk back here and let the minions hit the tower, and then you auto them one at a time. to kill them. Think about it. Why wouldn't you do that? What? So think about it like this. Everything you do, you should be thinking, what did that do for me? Every time you use an ability, what was the value here? What did we gain by throwing Q at these minions that you could just auto to death after they walk into the tower? What did we gain here? Nothing. We lost a cooldown, we lost mana. We're even going to lose HP because of the minion autos. On top of that, Echo could kill you here for this. Just so you know. You see, like, you're making it more complicated. Nah, Qiyana's auto does so much damage that it actually would almost kill that minion. And even if it didn't, she can still easily get that half health minion under tower with either E auto or Q, whatever the reason. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, look, you just threw your Q like that, right? Luckily, we're in low elo. So he just watched you do it. What if he jumps in there? What if he jumps in there, hits you with E, auto, or Q, or anything? You lose about this much HP, and now you're so low that you can't even walk up in lane anymore. Hi, Utron. But like I said, he could kill you for that. Look, and then you do it again. So now we lost more mana, more HP, and another cooldown. You now have 182 mana, and Qiyana's ult should be 100 mana. So now you have enough mana for ult. How many rotations? One rotation. You don't even have mana for 2 rotations, but you need to kill him. You need 2 rotations. You need ult. You need E, Q, alt, W, Q. You don't have enough mana for that. So again, we're now 6 minutes in. Alright, answer me this, because you've been in my stream the last few days. How many times have you seen me do this? How many times have you seen me leave my lane and walk the dragon like this? Zero, right? So why did you do it? What made you think you should do this right here? I'm not sure. It's the worst possible answer you could have given me. How can you not know? How can you not know why you did something? Like, how can you expect to carry games if you, 1, don't win lane, 2, throw and just lose experience in gold for no reason? Have you ever like, it is so rare to carry a game while behind, unless it's a very clutch play around Baron or like very high level shit that it's not gonna happen in low elo. You know how hard it is for me to carry a game in low elo while behind? Hi, Gobi. It's like fucking impossible. Because like nobody's playing the game properly, so if you don't have gold, you can't expect your teammates to make plays that they're supposed to make that would let you get back in the game. You need to make all the plays yourself. But you need gold to do that. You should never ever be going to Dragon like this. Bro. Brother. You should be just running straight to Echo. You shouldn't even be Eing to this minion. You should be Eing to him, pressing Q, rooting him. Walk up, ult him into the tower, and he dies. What are we saving ult for? Actually, you know what? He might be able to live just because you decided to use both fucking Qs on Dragon. You used both Ws and Qs on Dragon, and it didn't do shit. So now, you only have one WQ up for this. He should still die. But you should have both here. Actually, yeah, especially if you used E on Echo and not on that minion. You EQ him, ult him into the tower, and he explodes. Look, yeah, he wouldn't even live. Not even close. Where are you going? He can't ult if he's rooted. He can't ult you if he can't ult and survive here if he's rooted and then CC chained into the wall. You just let this guy live for no reason. No world ever this guy lives through that. Alright, now you need a reset. Kill him. You could kill this guy, by the way. If this guy tries to chase you, you could kill him. But you lost so much mana. The amount of mana you've lost, like you're out of mana here purely because you throw your Qs for no reason all the time. Also, you're supposed to go tier on Qiyana. You're supposed to go tier in Manamune. Unless something changed with the item rework, but I don't think it did. Pretty sure that you're still supposed to go tier Manamune. I can actually check. See if people are still doing it. Because with the new items, you might not. But before the item rework, you would go tier. Looks like some people still randomly go tier, but most people are just going... A lot of people are going hubris. So yeah, you don't have to build tier anymore. Yeah, you don't have to build tier anymore, it seems. But anyway. Yes, and like also, look. Like, look, you walk into lane, first thing you do is jump in like this. You don't, like, you didn't even use the auto aim part of the E. But, like, why did you jump in the first place? I don't even think you have a reason. Yeah, see, like, that's not enough. That's not enough. You're not thinking enough. It's not just, I just want damage. It doesn't work that way. You're jumping into his wave. He has all of his cooldowns. Why would it just be free? Good night, Dan. And then, like I said, you didn't use EQ to make it auto-aim at least to do damage. So then you threw it, you missed. And then you threw the next one too. So like you just used your entire kit here. And did how much damage to him? None. You did none. Because of when you went for the trade and the execution of it. This is the thing. This champ, Qiyana, doesn't require much execution. It does a lot of it for you. Like I said, if you just press EQ, if you press Q while dashing, it'll aim it for you. Look, 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 look. Look, look, look what, look. There's no thought here. You threw both your abilities, and then he has this big-ass wave, and you have no minions whatsoever? The first thing you do when your W comes back up is WQ again. Now, again, you're out of abilities entirely. Qiyana, her W and Q are, it's very important to understand you need to have an element and then let the W come back up so you can use 2 elements at once. Like, you shouldn't just be dumping them on cooldown like this, because now you don't have an element at all. Right here, if you wanted to survive this easily, you just press E on Kane, it'll slide you through the wall. Qiyana E is like Fizz Q. It's a fixed distance dash, just like Yasuo E. I bring her. You always dash the same distance. So if you wanted to go over this wall, you could just E him. You shouldn't be going anywhere over here. You should be going towards your Lilia. And then that whole time you had ult as well. You had 15 different ways to live this. But that's not even the important part. I don't even give a shit that you died here. It's the way you're playing the lane. There's no thought. You just dump all your cooldowns at once. Like, where are you going here? Like, where could you be going here? After you threw this Q, where are you going? What? Bro, your W's down for 4 seconds. But why jump the wall? Why? Why would you jump the wall? Why not just walk towards your tower and collect this fat wave? This wave is huge. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. My theory here is that you heard Echo cast W and thought that, like, it was over here and you didn't want to run towards it or something. That's my theory. Because that's the only explanation. Nothing else makes sense. Because there's no reason to want to go over the wall. Like, yeah, we already talked about that, Bringer, before you got here. I already covered that. Like you do a lot of things that don't make sense for no reason too. Like, you do things that don't have a reason for them and they make no sense. And it just hurts you. So I'm going to start. I'm not going to take like 3 hours on this VOD because it's extremely low level and we've talked about a lot of the important things. But you said you get fed, so we'll now touch on some stuff. We'll now touch on some macro stuff. We'll skip to here. Okay. This is the most low elo thing I've seen in a long fucking time right here. This is the classic. Hi, Armantha. Why are you going to the same lane as 2 other people? Right here. This is the classic low elo. See this shit all the time. Bro, I didn't ask what the correct call was. I'm asking you the reason for this. It's important to understand. There's a reason I'm saying, why are you doing it? Okay, exactly. To kill Trundle. Okay, let's see Trundle. So Trundle kills that guy, grabs this wave. Do you think Trundle's gonna stay here? Do you think, like, in low elo, Trundle, for some whack-ass reason, might stay with no HP, but I wouldn't even think in this elo he'd do it. But even like the fact is, it's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed that he stays. And I think even in this elo, the odds are extremely low. Yeah, look, even in Gigolo elo, why would he stay with no HP? You should be going straight down mid, collecting all the minions, pushing it all the way to tower, and then going from there. The enemy mid still has tier 1 up. You're fed, but the enemy mid has tier 1 up somehow. So I'm assuming you just ran around. Useless ward. I don't really care about it though. Okay. Okay, you push the wave. Now this is where you would go somewhere. And then you have options at this point. You could also dive Echo. You could 100-0 him under tower. You just one-shot him here, even with his ult. Well, you need 20 seconds for your ult, though. I see your ult was down. But you need to push another wave, because you see, your next wave is here. No, not without ult. Not without ult. Actually, honestly, it would be close. You would actually get close to one-shotting him, even without your ult, because your numbers are way too high. But you wouldn't want. There's no point in trying without the ult unless you're so far ahead that you know your limits well. Like, what the hell is this? What do you plan on doing up here? Full HP Trundle. Like, you're missing a wave in mid lane for this, for something that should never work. See? What is this? Like, you need to be, like, Echo should never be able to deny you waves unless you're going to something that's going to get you something so worth it. Like, more worth than that. If you are leaving mid and letting Echo push a wave, then it better be to go get a triple kill. You guys remember yesterday when I played Syndra vs. Fizz? And I fell behind in lane? I was like 05, 06. And in the mid game, I was pushing a side lane. I was like, luckily this Fizz isn't good because I would never be able to push this. And it let me come back in the game and carry the game. I carried the game because he was letting me farm. Somehow, a fed Fizz that could kill me without ult in one shot, because of the new items, was letting me push a side lane and then group, instead of killing me anytime I appeared in the side lane. He should be diving me under tower. He should be diving me under tower in a side lane. That is what you should, that is what you should be doing. You need to be pushing mid lane. If your ult's up, dive Echo 100-0 under tower. He should never be able to push waves and get CS for free for this roam that makes no sense and should never work. Oh, no. Someone, like, you need to be here. This is where you should be. You need to grab these minions. Ugh. Okay, Yone went there. It's fine for you to go bot. This is fine. Push it all the way to the tower. All the way. Samira's griefing. Dive her 100-0. All the way. You gotta push all the way. Yes, yes, yes. Good. Killer. Yes. Ult. Oh, you don't have it. It's fine. You don't need it anyway. Okay, but you griefed. Okay. You have the right idea here. You have the right idea. So you need to E, and then, like, she has a win wall, so you should know that she can win wall it. Like, you need to E and auto her, wait for the win wall. She can't react to your Q. Remember, she can't react to you, even if, like, if this is a Yasuo. Let's say this is a Yasuo. Whoever it is that has a win wall, doesn't matter. They can't react to your Q point blank. They have to guess. So just jump in. If I'm inside, I can hit her or no? I don't think so. unless they changed it. So you need to E to her. You shouldn't be Eing to a minion. Like this does like a bit of damage, not a ton, but like you need it. So like you need to E to her, auto her, wait for her to use W like this, then Q her, auto again, W, grab the earth element, and then Q her again. She dies. No counterplay. Like, you did this much damage to her, and you couldn't have played it any worse. So, that's how you know you would have killed her. So, like, this is why, if you feel like, I think you were saying the other day, it feels like you can't kill anybody, or you're having trouble snowballing, or she feels weak, or, you know, I forget what you're saying, but this is why. Because it's not that you're missing them. You landed everything. You're not missing them. You aren't doing them. You're not doing your bread and butter combos. You're making it harder than it has to be. Well, I don't want to tell them to watch a combo guide because that can make things more complicated. You don't need a combo guide. This champ up until fucking insanely high level plays itself, to be honest with you. I'll be real with you. This champ is extremely easy up until really high elo. That's when this champion becomes a little bit tougher. A lot of people like have this misconception that like, whoa, look what Beifang does. Look what this, like, look how crazy, look how hard Qiyana is. It's not that. It's that Qiyana's abilities can all be cast at once, and she has a bit of like, she has a very high ceiling when it comes to the order of which you use things. It's hard to explain. I'd have to show it in a practice tool, but when it comes to just killing one person, this champ does it on its own. It auto-aims, which lets you root them, and then you ult, which is unmissable because they're rooted, and then they're stunned, so then your next Q is guaranteed too. There's no skill required. You just need to know what to do. You just need to know the order to press the buttons. And you need to not waste abilities on minions. And you need to auto-attack. You don't auto very much. Kill her, grab her earth, and Q. She dies. You see? Like, see? You didn't miss here. Like, do you know what your elements do? Like, in all honesty, I'm not flaming. I'm just asking. Do you know what your elements do? Have you read through them? Or do you just have a general idea? Maybe you didn't think your earth element would kill here or something. I didn't know earth execute. How many Qiyana games do you have? Tell me no more than 10. Tell me no more than 5. Tell me no more than 3. If you didn't know your most important ability. I'm not saying your Q is your most important ability. I'm saying the earth Q is literally your most important part of your kit. It's where all the damage is. And you didn't know it executed. My sword, please. It's fine. It's fine. It's not like, you know, it's not like Riot makes it easy. There's a lot of stuff to read on the kit. It's fine. But your Earth Q does a shitload of damage. Look, it deals an additional 200 damage here if they're below 50%. An additional 200. Your ice and the grass one don't do any extra damage at all. So it just, like, and look how much damage it did. Look how much damage the grass one did here. Look. Look how much damage the grass one did here, and it didn't get any extra. Look. That's how much damage it did. The red one would do this much. It would do this much of her HP, where my mouse is. It would do 40%. You see what I'm saying? You can just press E here and it'll kill her too. Like, your E is up, it'll kill her. But you let her get you so low. You waited so long that by the time you eat in, the ult killed you. But that's irrelevant. I don't even care about that. I care more that you didn't even know what your Q did. The amount of people you can kill. Like, she dies there every time. Think of it like this. Whenever something like this happens, let's say you go to kill an ADC who's 3 levels down. You kill someone that's 2 levels down, 3 levels down, and you lost. You need to go back and look at why. Because either they are playing the most broken thing in the game, or you griefed extremely hard. Holy shit, your teammates you have 3 people on your team with 0 deaths at 19 minutes. Huh. That's hilarious.
Blue team has slain the dragon.
Where could you be going here?
Turret has been destroyed.
There's a fight happening over a dragon. Trundle's taking all your shit. Well, honestly, now that he took the tower, you should let him take the inhib. You can't stop him at this point. He already took the tower, so you shouldn't even go. He can just kill you. Just leave him. You can't kill him. What the fuck? Bro, this Trundle only knows forward. What the fuck? Only forward. Doesn't click backwards. Only forward. Literally, look. Only forward. What a machine.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
All right. Like, now you need to push the wave and then go look for a pick. Wait, you never... Wait. After the damage you took from Trundle and base, you didn't go get your HP back in Fountain. Is this an Eve thing? Is this like used to Eve healing all your HP? Or some shit? Bro, you gotta get your HP, man. And you can't do jungle camps, bro. There's too much shit that you need to be doing. You need to be looking for picks, setting up in the jungle, sweeping. You don't even have the HP to do the jungle camp. You're just losing more HP. How are you gonna kill someone with no HP? This has got to be the jungler in you. You're actually going to each camp when wave needs to be pushed, and you could have even taken mid tier 2. And you're fucking farming jungle camps. Brother. Again, how many times have you... Bro, I can count on one hand how many jungle camps I've cleared since the start of this season as a mid laner. I can count on one hand. Bro, I don't even know. Maybe when I was fed on Corki and I needed a little bit of extra gold at like 30 minutes in, I cleared Raptors to get it. That's it. That's the only one I can think of. Because you don't have time for this. You don't have time for this, bro. Think about it. The enemy team sent everyone to kill Yone. They somehow didn't even kill him. Look, look, look. There's one. Trundle's dead. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. Literally, their entire fucking team is down here. Their entire team. So, who on the enemy team is going to stop you from taking this tower? A fucking ghost. Right? There's no one that can stop you. And you're farming jungle camps. I want to know how this guy lived, honestly. How did this guy live with no ult? He had no ult and he used his E like this. Literally, how is it possible to live? Tell me Morgana throws Q when he's out like this. No, she didn't. Okay, still, how does he live? My God, bro. My God. Look, they're still chasing him. You know what's funny? Yone could just turn and kill that Echo right there. Y'all are just in your own little world sometimes. You guys are just in your own little world. Tell me why. Why am I zoomed in on this ward right now? What does this ward tell me as a coach? What does this ward that Qiyana just plays tell me as a coach? He goes, no map. Yes. That means all that stuff I was just saying about 4 people being bot lane, now Trundle's alive, now he's bot lane too. None of that was registered by you. You were fully tunneled on clearing these jungle camps to the point where you dropped a ward somewhere where nobody could be anywhere close. Nowhere close. Look at the map. Look at the mini map. I'm going to show their vision. That's how close they could be. So, do I give a shit that you wasted this ward here? No, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck where you put your wards. It's about what you putting that ward told me what I was just saying. Told me how much you took in, how much information you just took in from the minimap in the last 30 seconds. Like, you should be looking when I'm playing and it's in the mid game like this, I'm looking more at the minimap than my own character. Unless I'm fighting. Because the minimap tells you what you can and can't do. You need that information. So you're saying, how do I carry and get fed? Well, you don't do fucking jungle camps. You need to be pushing a lane, punishing mistakes, getting picks. Look, when I say getting picks, look at this. Look, enemy teams all over there. Enemy teams all in bot side, right? That means they should have no vision on top side. Do you think Kane knows that you're in here? No. You can literally just sit in this brush and wait for the moment Kane or anyone, the odds of somebody walking into this brush, face checking it, is like 90%. 90-something percent. And then whoever does, dies. You literally one-shot anybody that face checks this unless it's Trundle. Trundle's the only one that wouldn't die. Anybody else dies in one hit. You could one-shot multiple people because people walk through this brush all the time. It's the brush to Baron. These are that's what you should be setting up for. Like let's look at the enemy team and see if anyone would walk through in the next like minute and a half. Oh, here we go. Perfect. There you go. This is all you needed to see. Look. If you're sitting here, right? If you're sitting right here, like you should be, and you see Samira pushing this, you can literally walk around this corner and see if she's running into this area. And if she is, boom, she's dead. Honestly, I don't know how the Qiyana Kane interactions work. Like, you cannot carry or win games if you're playing an assassin and not getting picks. Or at least, like, you know, pressuring and then rotating, getting picks, flanking, all that stuff. Hopefully it crashes the Kane's client. True. Like, I don't even think you saw what just happened right there.
Team's turret has been destroyed.
I legitimately think you didn't see it. Alright, Diver. 100-0, go. Well, that's not the way to do it. Now you can't. You kill her 100-0, by the way. Okay, dive her. That's fine. Yes. Go, 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 go. Oops. Too late now. You need the minions on the tower. You also need a sweeper. So you can see if people are in the, like, if they know you're in the brush or not. Okay? Okay? E alt. E alt. Yes. Thank you. Now, let's just see how much damage you just did. And then you tell me again how weak Qiyana is real fast. Miss your Q. Press alt. Somehow that stunned him with Black Shield on him. So you comboed is like, your combo was completely wrong. You didn't start with. Okay, so let me teach you something. This isn't as important for you right now, but it's why this was so suboptimal and still did so much damage. Your passive, or actually, I think it's this passive. She has multiple passives for some reason. Anyway, look, Qiyana's attacks and abilities deal an additional 119 damage, has a 25-second per target cooldown, but using Terra Shape to gain a different weapon enchant resets this effect's cooldown on all targets. Okay? So, when you ran in here and hit them with ult and then Earth Q, like, you need to be going in with water, hitting them with that, and then swapping enchants to reset the passive cooldown, then hit them with the Earth. So you don't waste this damage. So you get this twice. See, this is why Qiyana, if you ever die to Qiyana and look at the death recap, you'll see like 6, 7 different things. Yeah, grass one works too. But the water one makes it so they can't, so it roots them. But like, because Qiyana gets random extra damage all over the place. Random extra damage on the W passive. Random extra damage on her normal passive. The fucking ult does a shitload of damage. And then her items give her extra damage. Right? Like the actives and passives on the items. Like, it's crazy how many different things Qiyana gets damage-wise. Like I said, she's always done way too much. Okay, so you flashed even though she's stuck. Even though she was like stuck in place, you flashed. I'm not that worried about that. Grab another element. Oh my god, doing a jungle camp. I'm gonna end myself in game. Listen, I don't want you to ever farm another fucking jungle camp. Like, ever. Just don't do it. Just don't farm jungle camps. Just don't do it. It's gonna get you killed, or there's gonna be better ways to get gold, or different things you need to be doing at the time. Like, this can get you killed right here. This fight's already over. You're way closer to their base than your base. They can kill you here. If that jungle camp was going to get you the item, then why are you farming another wave then? You have nowhere near enough gold for an item. You're nowhere near. What component? Two longswords. That goes into Dirk, Last Whisper. So you should just be going. You could just go into Edge of Night, which you have enough for the Dirk then. And if you're trying to get Last Whisper, this jungle camp brings you nowhere near Last Whisper gold. So, like I said, like doing this jungle camp if you needed 50 more gold is one thing. Not when you need fucking 500 more. I think with two longswords like that, what, you need like 1,300 gold now to get Last Whisper? I forget exactly. I know it's more than before, I think. Yeah, see? Obviously you didn't need the item from that jungle camp because you still haven't recalled. You actually almost killed her while throwing everything backwards. Holy shit, this fucking champ. My god, her numbers are so high. You ulted her and then Q'd backwards. But then you still have W and E though, which will kill her. She fucking popped you. You didn't use E either. Okay, I need to show you. Missing that Q there, it's whatever. Some people miss Qs on when you're stunned. It's fine. That's how it is. Some people, you know, mistakes happen. Storm Surge needs another nerf because of Qiyana blowing people up? I don't get it. Alright, we're going to wrap this up pretty soon here. Basically, right now for you, you need to focus on laning and learning your champ, how to play your champ, like your most basic combos, and then pushing waves and going for picks, but you need to push waves. Oh, okay, it's like the better nerf Irelia thing. Okay, that's what I thought. Like, look at this. Look at this scenario. Your Lilia jumps in, ults. This is a 2v3. You guys are outnumbered and you don't have ult. And you just run in because it's a fight. It's not that you can't win this, but it's very difficult. You have to like play towards your skills. You know you're not good enough yet to make a play like this. Not even close. You know this. I don't even have to tell you that. You know it. So why jump in to a fight that would require outplays and optimal damage and combos? Like, you never have to do this to win a game. It's rare you have to jump in 2v3 like this. But if you win lane and you get really fed, that makes it so you don't even have to have good execution in combos. You have so much gold that it'll do it for you. Look, you almost killed the fucking Samira without landing anything. Throwing your shit backwards, you almost killed her. Imagine if you won lane and snowballed your lead properly. You would kill her with ult into an auto attack. Into Tiamat. Or Hydra, whatever you want to call it. See what I'm saying? So, this is what we're going to do to wrap up this VOD. I'm going to go into Practice Tool. I'm just going to show you the most basic things you need to know for Qiyana. Like, very basic. It's much easier than it seems.
You may now appreciate me.
Look.
I don't mean to sound arrogant, but
Clip this, take a note of it, whatever you need to do. I'm going to give you, like, this is what you need to be doing. Because you didn't do it a single time. There's no world you ever carry a game if you can't do, if you're not doing the most bread and butter, you know, day one combos on Qiyana. And that's not an insult to you. I don't expect you to know this. That's normal. So listen,
I'm getting hot.
like I said,
Where is my royal
the big thing with Qiyana is understanding how, look, if I do this, if I do WQ like that, oh, let me get my cooldown. Look, WQ, look, I have no way of grabbing an element or throwing one. Right? That's why you don't, that's what I'm talking about when you don't dump the element instantly. But if I grab this and I wait, like this, now I can do stuff like, right? I can throw two at once. Or, you know, you can be, if you're over here, whoops, if you're over here, and you already have an element, right?
See all your enemies die first.
And someone shows up, you can throw Q at them, and let's say the enemy jungler shows up, grab grass, throw this, look, waiting for W cooldown, waiting for W cooldown. Like, you don't want to be dumping this immediately unless you have to. You want the W to come up again so you can throw multiple. Now, let's literally recreate the same scenario with that echo. Right? And I said, you kill him. But you need to do this combo. This is your bread and butter right here.
One throne, 9 sisters.
You're normally going to try to chunk them to about like 70%, like one little bit of damage. And then you're going to grab ice and wait. You want this to be around like 2-3 seconds if you need to go in right away. Or you just wait for it to fully come up like this. Then you run at them. EQ. It'll auto aim it for you. Now they're rooted. Alt. Grab the earth. Auto Q. You don't even have to do all of that very quickly. You can take your time. Look. Look. Do I have it off? Okay. EQ, Alt, W, Q. That's it. It aims all of it for you.
Cow moon, soon to be mud.
It'll do it all for you. And you can use the same concept with trading. You can do the same concept when trading. Look. You have the ice, right? You have ice. You Q, W, Q.
Parents rule with fairness and compassion.
See? Like that you can trade just like that, but then you need to wait for your stuff to come back up. Let's say this is a minion. Right here. Remember, your E is a fixed distance. Right? So let's say they're kind of low HP back there. And you have water like this.
E Shao Gan. They will all learn to say it.
You can dash through. Like you can walk up. Like let's say this is a minion right here. You stand right on top of it. E, Q, W, Q. Something like that. You can even do... Look. E, Q, Alt, W, Q. Something like that. You see, like,
Some reshaping.
basically, you're going to be starting with ice and then finishing them with earth. And you set up your alt using the ice one, the root. Now, this champ becomes Giga Baby mode in the jungle, which I've shown multiple times, or I mean in the river. I've shown this multiple times. This is why I can't stand this champ, by the way. It's one of the many reasons. They've made this ability unfucking missable if you're in river. You cannot miss this. It's not possible. Like, it just... You'll hit everything. The hitbox is so big that you can miss and it'll hit. Look. Look. How far do I need to miss for it to miss? When did she get that? When did she get what? This has been how she's worked since release. Look at this fucking party going on. Look at this shit show. Yeah, she's rooted on in brushes and water since her release. You got this, bro. This is why I've been saying since release how fucking baby mode this champ is. You just apparently lose all counterplay if you fight her in the river. Doesn't have to hit you into a wall, nothing. Like, look how far I can miss. Look. It's not even fucking close. Now, like I said, where Qiyana's like the combo skill expression with her comes from is you can use basically everything at the same fucking time. So like you can do ER at the same fucking time. You see, so like you can do shit like that. You can do, I think even R flash works. Yeah, even R flash works. You can do shit like, you know, like, oops. Like you can do all of this shit at once. You don't need to do any of this. To climb to a reasonable rank with Qiyana, you don't have to do any advanced shit. Define reasonable? Like diamond minimum. Okay. How do I shy combo? Adrian just told me what the shy combo was the other day. I think that's when you Q1, Q2, flash backwards, then Q3 or some shit. Or stun, then I can't even remember this. I think I don't know my damage early. You don't know your damage anywhere. But yeah, like early on, knowing your damage is really important. Like I said, just remember what I'm saying here when I'm saying how broken and how much damage she does. Remember, like, honestly, a big or an easy way to learn your limits and how much damage you do, like the way I learned very well, other than limit testing and stuff, I learned from just watching VODs of high level players. Like I said, I learned Fizz from watching Faker play. I watched Faker get a lead on Fizz and then just 100-0 someone under tower, and I was like, oh, shit, that's possible. Okay. And then I went and did it myself. You can learn your damage just by seeing, like, watching high level players, and when they kill somebody that you didn't realize they could kill, you look at their items and you go, oh shit, you actually do that much damage there. Good to know. All right, I want to get all of these out of the way. Well, both of these out of the way. Let me do 2 goes next.